September, Wednesday. I wake up every day in a house that feels more like a tomb, surrounded by people I'm supposed to love but can't stand. My life isn't bad, it's just hollow, like a meal that looks good on the plate but it tastes like nothing. Maybe that's my fault, or maybe it's theirs. I don't know. My name is Francis Leonard Heffley, but most people just call me Frank. It's shorter, less pretentious, easier to forget. I'm 43 years old and spend my days as a barely above minimum wage data entry clerk, typing numbers into spreadsheets for people who don't know my name. It's not glamorous, but it pays the bill. Well, most of them. The rest I can hardly afford, like everything else in my life. No, I already flipping paid that, mate. Susan thinks writing his diary will help me connect with Greg, as if putting my misery into words will magically make me a better father. I guess she's hoping for some grand revelation, but all I've got is this. I don't get Greg, and he doesn't get me. He's a wimpy, clueless kid, and I'm a tired, bitter man. Maybe we're not supposed to get along. Anyway, it's late, and tomorrow I'll be back at my desk, drowning in spreadsheets and half-hearted coffee. At least the numbers don't expect anything from me. Morning, Dad. How the hell is this my kid? Thursday. Honestly, I have no flipping clue as to what to write in this other than my thoughts, and I'm reluctant to put those in as they're not happy ones. If I'm honest, I haven't been okay since Rodrick, my eldest, was born.
Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, look, mate, it's a boy. Congrats, guys. Oh my goodness, Frank. The truth is, when I saw Rodrick for the first time, I didn't feel what I was supposed to feel. No overwhelming love, no pride, nothing. Just a blank, hollow indifference that scared me so much I didn't know what to do with it. Susan, of course, took over, feeding him, changing him, holding him while he cried, and I let her. I told myself I was just giving her space to bond with him, but really I was running away. From the start, I felt like a stranger in my own family, and instead of trying to fix it, I just stepped back and let her handle everything. I never showed Rodrick much affection, and he never showed it back, which, at the time, I didn't mind. We kept our distance, and it worked. But looking at him now, I regret not stepping in, not trying to mold him into a real man. Instead, he's a lazy, aimless failure, and I can't help but feel like that's on me. Rodrick's pathetic academically, lazy as hell, and thinks he's some kind of rock star. The truth is, he's terrible at it. I should have done more to push him, but I didn't, and now he's just a joke. No, Rodrick, Napoleon didn't invent the internet or discover America. Wait, what? Rodrick's band is a cherry on top of his failure. They call themselves Loaded Diaper. Yes, with that awful spelling, and they're flipping horrendous, loud, obnoxious, and completely talentless. Whenever they practice, I make sure I'm out of the house because I'd rather sit in traffic than listen to that noise. Gobbledygook, yeah, ooh, gobbledoo. Bill, the lead vocalist of Loaded Diaper, is a 35-year-old man hanging around with teenagers, and I can't shake the feeling that something's off about him. But instead of confronting it, my mind goes to a darker place. If Bill does anything to Rodrick, maybe it'll teach him a lesson about staying away from creepy, basement-dwelling losers like that. It's a messed up thought, but that's where my head's at these days. Sigh. Now on to Greg. I didn't give him much attention at first. Didn't think he needed it. But then I looked at how Rodrick turned out and realized I screwed up. I thought maybe it wasn't too late with Greg. My old man always said, to make a man, you need discipline, boy. It wasn't wrong, but I never really put in the effort. Now I see that if I don't do something, Greg might end up just as lost. Not that I really care all that much though. It's just what I'm supposed to do, right? A blown opportunity. Red Sox goalie Gregory Heffley takes a break from the action as a 50-yard kick by Demon Dogs midfielder James Byron rolls in. The score ended the Sox bid for an undefeated season. Bruh, looks like Greg's sold. Nope. Despite all my efforts, Greg's still just a wimpy kid with no real skills. He's soft, clueless, and an embarrassment. I tried to shape him, but it's like trying to carve a statue out of clay that won't harden. He's never going to be the man I want him to be. And honestly, I don't think I care enough to try anymore. Greg's a dead weight, never lifting a finger to change. I tried getting Greg into soccer, but he's absolutely flipping terrible at it. Like, if I'm honest, I'm glad he quit as my boss wouldn't stop teasing me about it. I have to wake him up for school like he's a damn baby, and even bought him this ridiculously expensive bench press he begged for, never touched it. I think I like him less than Rodrick. I can't help but suspect Greg might be, well, a little bit zesty, if you know what I mean. Not that it matters much, but his wimpiness, his reluctance to be a man, and the way he's always hanging around with Rowley Jefferson, it's hard to ignore. Maybe that's just how things are these days. Well, it doesn't sit right with me.
Good day, mate.
Get out of my sight, Rowley. Rowley's like ASD if it were a person. Jolly, childish, and completely oblivious to how the world actually works.
Joshy! Oh my goodness! Dad, we have to go closer. Come on.
I can't stand it when Rowley comes over. Once, he broke a plate. Just one. And I've never let it go. It's not about the plate. It's about him being a clumsy, useless kid who doesn't belong in my house. Same adjectives describe Greg. It's sad, really. I used to be proud of Greg when he was younger. He had potential, tried that life. But now, I don't know what happened. I look at him, at Rodrick, and wonder how I ended up with such horrible sons. What went wrong? Did I fail them? Or was it just in their blood? And then there's Manny. Honestly, I've never felt anything for him. It was a mistake. One of those oops moments when I forgot to put on a Jimmy. He came along 9 years after Greg, and I was 39, and I've never understood why he even exists. Ever since Manny came along, Susan and I haven't been intimate at all. He takes up all of her time, and half the time, he's in our bed when he doesn't need to be. When he's not there, Susan's too tired, and I'm left with nothing. Manny's basically a huge L-mans, and I'm not sure if I'll ever forgive him for that. I've hardly spoken to Manny. I've left Susan to raise him completely on her own. She has nothing better to do. She quit her job a while back, leaving me with even more responsibility to provide, and I flipping hate it. But it's not like I had a choice. Manny's her problem, not mine. Susan and I argue a lot about the lack of romance in our life. I want more. Hell, I need more. But she's always too busy with Manny and the endless chores. It's like I don't even exist to her anymore. And honestly, I'm starting to wonder if I even love her anymore. I don't know what we have left. The only time I feel at peace is when I'm down in the basement staring at my Civil War diorama. It's the only thing that doesn't disappoint me. The only thing I can lose myself in. I love the history, the strategy, the chaos. For a brief moment, it's like I'm in control of something. Anything. My love for the Civil War, for the battles, and the strategy comes from my old man. He was tough on me, always pushing me to be better, to be a real man. He'd sit me down, make me memorize dates and battles, like it was some kind of test. I hated it back then, but now, it's the only thing that feels real. I didn't see it at the time, but maybe that was his way of showing me something, even if he was a bit of a prick about it.
Boy, you better tell me, when did Gettysburg take place? Come on now, boy.
July 1st to July 3rd, 1863, Dad.
Good job, boy. I was about to spank your ass.
The diorama is the only thing that keeps me from ending it all. A tiny escape from everything. Pathetic, I know. But my entire life at this point is pathetic. Sunday. I haven't written this thing for a bit. Just been too tired. Work's been draining. For example, last Friday I spent hours fixing a spreadsheet because some idiot uploaded the wrong data set. Took forever to get everything back in line. Stan Warren, my boss, just stands over my shoulder, making snide comments like it's my fault. He's a bully and he knows it. Oh, Frank, you're still here? I thought you'd be done by now. But I guess slow and steady wins the race, huh? I hate Stan. The guy never stops making fun of me, my low salary, my crappy job, and now my kids. He thinks it's funny to rub it in every chance he gets. Part of me wants to give him a piece of my mind, tell him to shove it. but I know I'd get fired in a second, so I just take it, like I always do. So that reminds me of my old man, always putting me down, making me feel like nothing. Except with my old man, I know he did it to make me a real man. My old man, Leonard, fought in Vietnam. He never talked about it much, but I could tell it changed him. He was tough, unrelenting, like he thought the world owed him something. He'd come home, never say a word, just sit there staring at the wall like he was still out there, fighting. He wasn't one for affection, never told me he loved me. Instead, he pushed me, made sure I was always tough, always ready. He'd say things like,
Life's a battle, boy.
and
The world doesn't care about your feelings, boy.
I didn't like being treated like that. But now I realize how much I needed it. Otherwise, I would have ended up like Rodrick.
Hop, 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 let's go, let's go. Get up, Frank. It's 5 in the morning, or 7:30, the clock says, but get up, mate.
Leonard raised all three of us differently. Being the firstborn, I got the brunt of it. His rules, his discipline, his expectations. Joe, my younger brother, got it a little easier. By the time Gary came along, I was either too tired or didn't care anymore. Gary didn't get any of the real man treatment, and it shows. He's a man-child, plain and simple, can't hold a job, lives in Gammy's RV, and still acts like he's 6 years old. Sometimes I wonder if Dad gave up because he realized it didn't work, or if he just didn't have it in him anymore.
Sorry I'm late. The kids at the party wouldn't let me leave.
Despite being raised to be the best of the three, I can't help but envy Joe. He's got perfect hair, thick, full, not a single bald spot. While I inherited our dad's cursed genetics and started losing mine in my 20s. It's not just the hair. Joe's got the whole package. A perfect family, a good job, a nice house. Meanwhile, I'm stuck with a wife who barely looks at me, 3 sons who are disappointments in their own special ways, and a job that feels like a punishment. Joe makes it all look so easy, and it drives me insane.
How's the family, Frank? Whoa.
I've always hated being number 2. It started when I was a kid. Second place in the school race, second to join everything else. Even when I worked my eye off, it never felt like enough. Dad used to say,
Second place is the first loser, boy.
and now it's worse. At work, I'm just another cog in the machine. At home, I'm second to Susan's attention, second to Manny's every whimper. Hell, even in my own mind, I'm second guessing myself every step of the way. It's a feeling I can't shake, no matter how hard I try. Number 2, number 2, number 2, number 2. I think about my early 20s sometimes, back when life felt like it had potential. That's when I met Susan. She was smart, funny, and beautiful in a way that wasn't showy. I actually loved her back then. Really loved her. We had this amazing honeymoon in Isla de Coral. Just the two of us. No stress. No kids. I remember walking on the beach at sunset, feeling like maybe I'd actually done something right for once. Everything felt possible. But then, life happened. Bills, work, kids. That version of us got buried somewhere along the way. And I don't know if we will ever find it again. My life feels like a car stuck in neutral, engine running, wheels spinning, but going nowhere. Good night. Tuesday, Greg teed me off first thing by sleeping in yet again on a school day. No less, had to drag him out of bed like a sack of potatoes while he mumbled some half-odd excuse about his alarm not going off. I hate it. Every time it happens, I hate it more. A kid his age should be able to get up on his own, but no, he's still acting like a toddler. Wake up, Greg! Greg walked into the kitchen wearing Susan's bath robe. Again. Like it was the most normal thing in the world. I couldn't even look at him without feeling disgusted. There's something about it. Something about him just being so feminine. I tried to eat my breakfast, but I couldn't. The whole thing just turned my stomach. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I don't get it. What happened to being a man? Looks like a broken toy. Useless, and no matter how many times I try, I can't fix him. I didn't even bother waking Rodrick up. Nothing can get him out of bed. Honestly, what's the point? He's an idiot and school's just a waste for him anyway. I didn't say goodbye to Susan. Of course, she was too busy with Manny to even notice. Aww, look at Manny's cute little drawing. I just drove to work like I always do. Same route, same miserable thoughts. The traffic's always a mess. The radio is nothing but noise. I'm stuck in this endless loop of pointless days. It's all the same. Nothing changes. Just another day in the grind. Yup, this is my life. I'm so flippin' tired of this crap. Every damn day feels like a repeat of the last. Work's the same, my family's the same. Useless, lazy, entitled assholes. You can't do anything right. Greg's a damn mess, Rodrick's a joke, and Manny's nothing but a L-mans. And Susan, she's so wrapped up in her own bullcrap, she doesn't even notice I'm drowning here. What the heck happened to me, to my life? I didn't sign up for this. I used to think I had potential. I used to think I could be someone. But now I look in the mirror and see nothing but a tired, balding, middle-aged man who's wasted his life. I could have had more, but I let it all slip away. Hell, I deserve better than this. F my family and F my life. No one sees me for the man I am. Not at work, not at home, nowhere. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of Stan's constant jabs. Treat me like I'm some kind of joke. Every day is something new. My paycheck, my kids, my life. He thinks he's clever, but all he's doing is kicking the man who's already down. And Susan, she doesn't even see me anymore. I'm just a shadow in the house, a paycheck she spends on groceries and school supplies. She's too busy with Manny or cleaning up after Greg to even notice that I'm drowning. I'm tired of being treated like I'm nothing, like I don't matter, like I don't exist. All I've ever wanted was a little respect, a little acknowledgement, but instead I get ignored, dismissed, or laughed at. It's enough to make anyone snap. I don't care about being a good dad. My old man raised me tough, and I turned out fine. If my kids can't handle being ignored, that's their problem. They need to learn to toughen up like I did, and they're not making much progress. I don't know what the heck I'm even doing anymore. I could just keep driving, never go back. But that's not what a man does, is it? A man makes the tough choices, sticks it out. So here I am, parked outside about to head in. Guess I'll just keep pretending everything's fine. Wednesday. I regret going to work yesterday. Another pointless meeting over some trivial issue. Rounding numbers, of all things. It dragged on for hours. Stan even bothered to show up. He hid in the break room the whole time. I don't know why I keep putting up with this. It's the same every day. Just wasted time. And here I am, stuck, going through the motions with no end in sight. Just as I was leaving, I met a new employee, mid-30s, woman. She actually started a conversation with me, which was unexpected. For a second, I felt a spark of something. Maybe it's just me looking for attention. I don't know. It went okay, I guess. She introduced herself as Linda, very eager to talk. She stands the new secretary and asks if I'd give her a tour of the office. I didn't really want to, but I didn't have much else to do, so I agreed. It felt weirdly nice to be asked for once. Thanks for the tour, Frank. Yeah, no problem. Then, as I was about to walk away, she handed me her phone number. Unreal. It felt like a surge of warmth, something I hadn't felt in a long time. I couldn't remember the last time someone treated me with this kind of kindness. For a moment, it was like everything else faded, like I was floating above it all. She was nice, genuinely nice. No one's been that way with me in years. It felt almost intoxicating, like I could finally be seen, finally be important. Maybe that's all it took. A little attention, a little validation. It's funny how a simple gesture can make you feel alive again. But I couldn't help but think how I've been forced to live this sorrowful existence. I came home feeling at top of the world. Linda's number, the way she looked at me, it was like everything finally clicked. But then I walked into that house, and just like that, my mood soured. Dinner was on the table. The food I worked so damn hard for. My kids, barely touching it. Rodrick's probably too busy thinking about his next band practice. And Greg, well, Greg's just being Greg. Useless as always. It's like nothing I do matters. They don't appreciate anything. I bust my ass to provide for them. and they can't even show some respect. It's frustrating, and honestly, it just ruins my whole damn day. Stop picking at your food, Greg, and eat it properly. Manny wasn't at the table, whatever, but when I went to check on my silverware aroma, he destroyed it. All that work, gone. I can't even. Manny! Manny had broken all my figures, each one costing hundreds. That's the thing Susan loves, Manny, not me. She stood up for him and said it was an accident. And of course, he slept in our bed again. In bed, I couldn't stop thinking about Linda. She was beautiful, kind, and actually talked to me. I decided to text her, ask her out for dinner. It felt right. Friends do that, and I think we're friends. Right? Hey Linda, I was wondering if you'd like to have dinner sometime. It's okay if not. Gee, of course, Frank. We could get to know each other more.